Spirituality is basically looking within, and a common man can understand it whenever he has transactions with other people. Probably an artist can understand it better because he looks at the world, he transacts with the world and responds with his painting. Somebody, a writer, he responds with his writing.
For me, spirituality means, as a child, I learned to be an observant child. I learned how to observe the whole world and try to feel it. Then I learned how to be more sensitive to the surroundings. And I started understanding the world, the life much better when I started looking around and being one with it.
Basically, all of us are extremely selfish. The moment you start including others into your own self, then you become spiritual. The problem is that we have restricted ourselves to only me and mine. So when that me and mine encompasses we and ours, and the people who come around us or meet us, you see that's when when we start feelings. It's not. I feel this is the basic thing about spirituality. You don't differentiate others. There is no other. In fact, Advaita is that only. No, there is no other. Whomever you meet, they are your own. It's an example which we have to see. In Kerala, there was these massive floods were there in 18. The amount of help we gave each other was an example that we are actually basically a whole group of people belong to a same family. Otherwise, why should the people come to help?
Even one small accident somewhere, the whole people will come from the stand and surroundings.
Maybe it may not happen in cities like that, but here in Kerala we see that immediately people come, help the people, take them to the hospital. What is happening? That is the time when your heart expands. Actually, Swami Vivekananda said the person in front of you is God only. He is no other than God. So when somebody sees a person in trouble, sick, falling, he needs your help and you go out to him, actually you are becoming one with God who is suffering. I think that is spirituality.
One more thing I take care that the other person should not feel hesitant or feel small. We should not have the feeling that we are giving, the other person is nothing. He got the help from somewhere. That is more than enough.
I really don't see any difference in our youth time and the present youth time. The speciality of our youth is we are extremely energetic and we want to pursue a particular goal, and each one of us is moving towards that goal. So during that time, there's only one point which I'd like to state. People make big things about you have to leave this. In fact, sustainable living means you make your life simple. You live with smaller things. That is what is normally understood to be sustainable living. But as far as I am concerned, sustainable living is choosing what you want to be. In my opinion, sustainable living is reducing the needs, not because they are burden, not because they are this one, because you are saving your energy for moving forward, for going towards your goal.
The present day youth, because I was in touch with the 11th and 12th students, what I found is, they are less hypocritic compared to our generation. And since they are not hypocrites, I think if they get good role models, some good thoughts, some core values, I think they will gain a lot from the present condition, because they are technically sound and then even spiritually they will become sound.
I'd like to talk more about parents than children, I feel. Parents should be supportive than being authoritative. You convince your children that you are with them, come what may. But at the same time, you give them a responsibility. For example, you are allowed to drive a car, but your responsibility is such that you follow all the traffic rules and at the same time commit less mistakes so that you also are safe, and at the same time the person who is using the road is also safe.
You talked about role model. As far as I feel, it's the parents themselves should become a role model to the child, because from the time it opened its eyes, the parents are in front of the child. The child learns quite a lot of things from imitation, observation, and try to imitate the parents. So if there are some concealing type of behavior in parents, the child easily pick up because they don't understand our words and languages.
Sustainable living should be seen by people. That's where even role models come to the help of the children. So we have a lot of pockets where sustainability is being practiced by people, and in a very, very concrete way. You should take them to such places and let them breathe the place, and they'll be able to absorb it more than to give them an academic, what is sustainability. Those direction, those narrations in books, they'll not help. There should be a practical practice. In fact, if you ask me, even spirituality cannot be, given in books. I mean, books means lectures as a form of a curriculum as such. That curriculum should be practical, then it will be helpful.
Present education system is not child oriented but mark oriented. What I feel is we don't respect children. We ask the child to get scores. So I think we have to redefine education system as well as development. Nothing can replace human mind and human intellect, whether it is past or present or tomorrow. Human intellect will always rule.
It should not become that one day this AI will start ruling us. But unless and until human beings are in control of AI, quantum physics, whatever it is, let it in fact, because the people who are controlling it should be human beings. If that is controlled, then everything can be controlled. It can be used. Just as a knife can be used for cutting vegetables, it can become an arm, this one also, weapon to kill somebody else. The reason being, this question has been answered by Swami Vivekananda himself, Sri Ramakrishna himself, and all those people. Even our Einstein has answered this question. He says, we have been able to control the nucleus of an atom, but unless and until we control our greed and lust and negative qualities, we would not succeed in life. This earth will not grow. It will develop, but it will not grow. That's what he had said. If we have understood that sustainability is controlling the greed within us, controlling the activity, our eyes on somebody else's property, parigraha, reducing parigraha is concerned, let us develop our own selves. And if we are able to really become sustainable, our lives become sustainable, then there will be people who will get inspired by our life. As far as life is concerned, there is no should, no must. We live according to our things, and whatever we understand as sustainability, let us live it. I personally feel aparigraha means that you are fit to travel with less luggage and more comfort. That is aparigraha. And that we are practicing. And that has helped us in any way that any time, anywhere, we are ready to go. In fact, people say this is our house. This is not our house. We are staying in a place and which has been given, the God has given us an opportunity to stay in this place, that's all. So being prepared for a light travel is what aparigraha means, and we are practicing it.
You have to practice aparigraha at the mental level also. Unnecessary things, we should not cling to things. Mental level, you can leave them. Learning to leave things.
Somehow or the other, put it in few words, simple words, so that anybody and everybody can understand and practice spirituality. That was the motive. But the real writings which have been published and which have been accepted by people is they are basically my study notes. And whenever I understood in my own way perspective, from my own perspective, I have tried to put them in language which is simple. And because of that, probably many people have appreciated those books, and some of them are practicing whatever is written in those books. And basically, all these books have helped me to become a better person, more understanding, more patient, and more expansive. That's how these writings have helped me.
When we are talking, 40 students are listening to us. Few are listening to us totally, they are with us. Few are in dreamers. They are somebody is playing football. They are in math spirit. But we could slowly, if we are sensitive and if we are alert, we can bring them back to the subject and make them love the subject which you are teaching. Every moment is a learning process for me.
We were in Kashmir in Nagdandi ashram. So I used to get plenty of time. And during that time, I felt that I should write it in a story form. My first book was A Silent Journey, In Search of Oneself. That was the title of the book. So basically, I thought that whatever I have gained spiritually that point of time, so I should write it in words. And I should write it in such a way that it should be gradual, basically. And in the process of writing that book, I went through all those stages which I have written in those books. So even the experiences which I have written in the books are my own. So in a way it's autobiographical, but it's written in the form of a person known as Avinash. It's his story. So consequently what happened was I have mingled with narrations and things like that so that it could become readable.
When we were in Kashmir 4 years, out of compulsion because of extreme cold and no communication with anybody, no telephone, nothing we had. One brigadier, what is his name? Vig. His wife was teaching painting to somebody. I thought something is wrong with that painting. I will be able to do much better than that. Something clicked. I didn't tell her anything. While returning from Srinagar, we got some fabric paint. I didn't know that something like canvases exists. I took one cloth and started painting, and I enjoyed it thoroughly. Playing with it, I wouldn't say it is painting. I enjoyed playing with paints, different colors. Maybe if I take blue, I just play with blue and white. This happened when I was 29 years. Suddenly I started painting.
Basically, audio-visual expression has an impact on the people. And when they come for an exhibition, of course, if it's in the way in which it is going, it's in a very logical way. Initially, the problems are being mentioned and the solutions thereby are given. So this will help people who are coming there to at least start thinking that are we promoting sustainability or are we against it? Are we for the nature or are we against it? These thoughts will cross their mind. But when such people come and visit places like Kanyakumari, and as we have planned, it's going to be on the cloud, and then it can be transmitted anywhere and anytime, any place. So I personally feel if it reaches there, that the impact of audio-visual expression will help them to start thinking. And I personally feel that I'm very positive about it, that people will take it. If we don't take care of the nature, the nature has the power and capacity to destroy us and proceed. If we love the nature, if we take care of it and respect it, then it will protect us. It has the capacity to protect. So live a sustainable life and protect yourself, and in the process protect the future of our children.